Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. For today's video, I will be interviewing my friend. He's a fellow YouTubers. We are the YouTubers in London. Yo.
Cringey, goddamn.
Alroi, Brandon.
Yeah.
And I would just like to congratulate because he actually just monetized in YouTube finally.
After like a decade. No.
We actually started in the Philippines in Tacloban as food bloggers.
It got so big, but then she had to leave.
We are the owner of When in Tacloban,
Yes.
but now it's dead because
We
we
left
are
it.
already here. He was like more on social media and all that stuff. I was like the main photographer, but I was just using my phone, right?
And it was really good.
It went big because it's really good with marketing. I'm just good with photography. We were getting money, free food.
Do you remember there was an event where we got paid like 9,000 pesos? That's like a month of salary for me as a nurse in the Philippines.
Now, 4 years after, we are already here. I'm going to talk about what were our expectations when we were back in the Philippines, what we thought we're gonna be when we are here in the UK, even from becoming Band 5 to Band 6. Because you also had that, and I was a Band 6 at one
pretty
point.
much similar. Like, yeah, I've been following her footsteps. She came here first to the UK, and now I'm working to her previous ward where she was Band 6.
What do they say about me in the ward?
Bad things.
Oh.
No, they're saying you were good and helpful and I'm hardworking and I was a good leader. So
Really? They
are
was a
saying
good
that,
leader?
yeah.
I think I was too hard on myself. I felt like I wasn't good enough. I think I had this superhero complex where I feel like I'm responsible for everyone. I had to defend them. I had to make them happy. I cared so much that it took a lot from me. Just realized that sometimes we just have to have like a balance kind of thing where we also think of ourselves.
I think what it is that when you become a managerial level, at least a Band 6, you end up giving yourself to people that you just end up consumed and empty and exhausted. You think you want to do everything for everyone, but you can't.
It was just too much. So I was burnt out. When I transferred to recovery, I didn't want to do anything. I don't want to have like a career progression because I was just too tired of everything.
You want to lay back and just watch people make things happen.
I just want to come to work, do my job, and then come back home, not thinking about anything.
That was your
what I
way of
mean?
coping and healing.
Yeah, I think I've healed for a year. Now I feel like I'm ready to face the world. Also, I'm trying to see if I just want to continue with my vlog and just be a Band 5 or
be a full-time vlogger.
something like that, or business. So what was your expectations?
Oh my god.
At that time?
When I was in the Philippines, because I've got friends, like hundreds of them on Facebook. They post the photos of the Big Ben, London Bridge, all this shopping, all these luxury brands they're wearing. I thought, like, money must be really good there. And I thought, I'd probably get rich in 1 year there because I won't do day off. I'll do overtime shifts. I'll do bank shifts. I'll kill myself for money. I thought I was going to be rich.
I thought
did you
I
think
was
the
gonna
same?
be a millionaire actually.
After 1 year.
But now I'm like living from paycheck to paycheck, no savings at all.
And she's on her fifth year almost.
Yeah, I'm gonna be 5th year
And
this
she's
year.
still not rich.
Anyway, I've been traveling as
She
well.
has been. Like, whatever you want to do in life, if you're doing it and you're happy with it, I think that's fine.
We have to live in the moment where we just have to enjoy what we have right now than worrying about the future. Crying over the past, or we have to live in the moment.
I think another thing is I thought I'd love the cold weather. I thought it's gonna be fun
Really?
wearing coat for fashion and stuff. Then I realized like the snow is good for like a day. On the second day it's annoying. Like, it's nice, but when you're outside trying to go to work and you're freezing, not really, not so much. And then on the bus or train, you're so boogy. You wear this thick clothing and coat.
And then
like,
you have to remove it when you're inside the train because it's too hot
It's too
already.
warm.
But I like the cold weather. Since I came here, I haven't been home yet.
So what's your reason? I think you should share because everyone I know tries to go home every year. But I think you're one of the few who haven't gone home in like 4 years.
I had my teeth implant, which costed me 6,000 pounds. I did my laser eye surgery, which was like 3,000. So that's total of 10,000 already. And then next I'm gonna do like breast enlargement. I'm kidding. By next year, hopefully I can go home. Because if I go home, that's already 3,000 pounds that I have to...
Like on the second time I go home, I spent like 7,000.
Oh, see? What I want to do is to travel around, to go to Palawan, Boracay, to enjoy the
It's gonna cost a lot. And Philippines has
long
gotten
trip.
more expensive since you've been home. So.
because I've heard that the onion is already expensive.
More expensive than the ones here in the UK as well.
Yeah. And the second as well, I thought that my skin would be better here. Because I thought like cold weather gives us like, close
Actually,
the
I remember
pores.
seeing you for the first time. I think you have better skin in the Philippines, actually.
I think it was because of dryness, because it's too cold. You have to change your skincare routine, which I'm gonna talk about when all my pimples are cleared. I thought there was a lot of racism, but I don't think there's a lot though in here. Like, people are trying to be not racist.
I haven't really been exposed to racism, like direct race, maybe once or twice, but over a span of 3-4 years, that's very irrelevant, insignificant, really. Have you had any experience at all in 4 years now?
No, not really. Before, when I was in the Philippines, I was so scared because people might not talk to me if I don't speak in English very well or things like that. But they're very used to it because people are coming from different countries and they would always say, oh, your English is perfect. Well, actually, my English is just okay, but they think highly of you.
Because when you live in the Philippines, you feel like English is so important that you have to be perfect when you go to a different country. But when native speakers don't really care about how good your English, as long as they understand you. Like for us, we are so specific with spellings and grammar. They don't care here as long as you know how to speak English and you communicate. So that's one of the things that surprised me as well.
Yeah, and they wouldn't look down on you even if you don't speak English very well. They would still talk to you. It's very diverse. Like, everyone is just coming from everywhere.
And the accent as well. When I was in the Philippines, I thought I have to have a perfect accent, maybe neutral one. But when I feel lazy and I just use my real accent, which is like this, because I'm Filipino, they don't care as long as they understand you. So that's one of the things that surprised me here.
But I think in general, racism is just everywhere. Even Filipinos could be racist
the Philippines
as well.
is like so racist. My country is racist. This is how we were raised. This is how we grow up to be. We feel like the whiter the skin, the better you look, which is something that's instilled into our heads. Like growing up, you'd be bullied for being dark-skinned. I am dark-skinned and I got bullied for it. Like, see, she's laughing. When I got here, that's how I realized that the skin color doesn't matter.
Looking back in the Philippines, how do you compare it with our job there than here?
In the Philippines, all the patients will have someone from their family present to look after them. But here, you're gonna have to do everything for them. You have to feed them, give them medicine, wipe them, when they open the bowels, literally everything.
Yeah, that's actually the main difference. And sometimes, even though the family member is there, this is like a partner, a wife, or a husband, they would still ask you to wipe the ass of the patient.
Maybe it's normal here, but in the Philippines, you'd never see that.
It's a cultural thing again.
I even had once a wife press the buzzer just for me to pour water into the patient's cup.
They would actually do that. Like, they're there already.
Okay, I guess it's part of the job.
But that is just like a few of the people here. A lot are very good, very kind, very considerate.
What's like the difference between the doctors in the Philippines and doctors here?
I think the doctors in the Philippines, they feel so superior. Not all of them though.
I have my favorites because I work in the theater. So most of us surgeons were really cool. But I've observed doctors in the wards who feels like they have God complex as well. And they act like bosses. And, I'm a doctor.
But here, you can actually speak up and tell the doctors off. Question them about their plan. And sometimes they are happy to change the plan accordingly.
They actually treat you like the nurse that you are. Because they know that you've actually studied for this and your opinions are valid. It should be subject for their consideration. And they tend to like being called by their first name as well. Because I have this doctor as I've been calling doctor. No, call me Ross. Okay, Dr. Ross. And I just said Ross. But I tend to always call the consultants doctor.
Consultants need to be called Mr.
Mr. I never got that. Why they're called Misters.
I don't know. Everyone could be a Mr.
Yeah, like I'm Mr. Alroi.
We should Google it. And our viewers might think that, 10 patients only, that's just a small amount compared to the patients that we have in the Philippines. Well, actually, because in the Philippines, we just give like medications, do the doctor's orders. But here, we do everything, wound change.
You're gonna wash them.
Wash the patient, give them the commode, give them the bedpan. You're lucky to have a good healthcare assistant who is working.
Some could be very lazy.
But to be fair as well, some nurses could be lazy as well. So sometimes there is this like gap between the healthcare assistant and the nurse, because the healthcare assistant thinks that the nurses are being bossy and the nurses would think that the healthcare assistant is just being lazy.
I feel like people should know their job descriptions and stick to it.
Especially your ward when like there's so much drama. Like I remember one time I was just starting the night shift and I was a band 6 at the time, so I was responsible. There was this nurse who told the healthcare assistant, "Oh, you're gonna do the obs, huh?" And then the healthcare assistant was like, "Why would you say that to me?" Blah, 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 blah. good. She was like, she didn't like when she was told to do the obs when that was part of her job as well. It's just a small thing, but it created a lot of drama. They were like shouting, and me as a bandzik, I said, I don't like conflict, and I'm like, guys, just calm down. I was too soft with this conflict. They wouldn't see me as someone who has the authority.
To make them stop fighting.
To be fair, I had to work on being firm, being assertive.
So that's something I can relate to. When I was a band 6, I struggled telling people to do the jobs. Delegating. I ended up like doing it myself. I was too hesitant to tell them, can you do this? I just found it hard to ask people.
Because sometimes they would think that you're being bossy when you're just
doing your
actually
job.
Delegating.
And
but there are words that would make it better
I know
your
one.
actual words.
I know
yeah,
one. I
yeah.
know
What
one.
is
Like,
it?
do you mind? Do you
Yes.
mind doing this for me?
That's actually the secret recipe. Do you mind? Because I think the reason for that is at least you're giving them an option if they want to do it or not. At least it's not just you being so demanding. Sometimes you could say, oh, I'm gonna do this. And can you do this as well? The other
Yeah,
stuff?
that's a good one. So they know that you're doing something. That's why you're
Yeah.
asking me to do that.
Sometimes you are on the computer, but you're actually working on the computer doing your notes and everything. And they would think that you're just sitting down,
And
not
doing
doing
nothing.
anything. Yeah.
I'm being lazy. Yeah.
Next question. Are you happy with your job at the moment? You seem so happy at your job at the moment.
Yeah, I think I'm in a better place. It's more organized. Our trust is like one of the
One of
biggest
the
trusts,
best.
one of the best. And
Yeah, we are
and
actually in the same trust, by the way. For those
different
people.
site, but same trust. The leaders are okay. They're good. Some not so good staff, but that's how it is.
And there's equal opportunities as well. Like, if you want to go up the ladder, you can. If
There's
you
a
are
lot
like
of
really willing
opportunities,
to,
really.
and you're like working
And
hard.
trainings, you can be what you want.
What was the most challenging day at work that you can remember?
During COVID, we have a bay who's COVID positive, and the rest are COVID negative. We were so short-staffed because everyone was sick, and it was 2 nurses and 1 nursing assistant. I had to take the non-COVID. My colleague had to take the COVID bay. So she had 7. I had 23 patients.
Wow.
Only me for 23
Oh my
people.
God.
And I'm in an orthopedic ward. They had
Is it now? You're
No,
current?
not here. No,
Okay.
from my previous trust. That was crazy. I should have done a datex. I should have. The head of nursing spoke with me and said her thank you and all that. But honestly, that was so unsafe. I don't know how we got through. I think it's a very rare case.
Oh, because of COVID anyway. You could still have done a datex.
It was a
because-
datex. I should have done it.
And I just want to clarify as well that datex is not something that you use to reprimand someone. It's actually to help improve the organization that you're in. Datex is like trying to inform the management that something is wrong here that needs to be investigated and to have a solution to make changes for the better.
When you do a datex, it sends up an email prompt to all the managers concerned. For example, if it's a datex about a bed sore, it's going to be sent to your managers, to the matron as well, especially to the TVN. And they see the datex and they're going to resolve this. Really, they just look into the case and make sure that policies are in place for this incident to not happen again. So yeah, you don't say, I'm going to datex you.
But some people would use that.
You don't threaten people, I'm going to datex you.
I used to investigate datex as well when I was band 6. I still
home.
receive datex from your ward.
I know, I've been doing datexes and I see your name there and I send you this. We're like, Fatima, let's go. Resolve this thing.
Yeah, so I know what's going on in your ward. Like, oh, somebody did that and that. And sometimes I see names in there, which is
It
not
shouldn't be
allowed.
there. Yeah, there
when
shouldn't
you're
be
doing a
names.
datex, you don't include the names. Anyway, me and my most challenging. There was one time, like last few days of my work in my other trust, the first trust that I was in, which was very busy.
But it was in Watford.
COVID was just starting. Our ward was like everyone was coughing, everyone had oxygen.
Oh my
And at
God.
that time, we swabbed them and it's gonna take 3 to 5 days before the result comes back. It was just a feeling of helplessness. There was this one palliative patient who is about to die and there was no one to hold his hand. The family had to go home. They can't be staying there because of COVID and all that. I would hold his hand, but I was too busy with other stuff as well. Everyone else in the bay were coughing, and even though they are in oxygen, they wouldn't improve. There was one time when I just had to stop and look at everybody, and you know that's like slow movement, like, oh my god, this
my
is so
God.
happening.
That's the feeling of like helplessness. Like,
I thought I was okay. Like I was just like, pushing myself every day, trying to help everyone, trying to help NHS, feeling fulfilled that I'm being a
You're
good
making a
person,
difference, isn't it?
and
Yeah.
I'm helping. But at the end of the day, I was like feeling depleted, if I may say. How happy are you with the salary?
the pay is decent. My perspective is different because I work in the Philippines. So to me, my baseline is the Philippines. When I see the salary here, it's bigger. As I spend time in this country and I start to look into how much the bill costs, the groceries, the tax. It's starting to be clear to me that this is not how I want to spend my life. It could use a pay increase. That's why we're gonna go for a strike in a bit.
But just explain why you have decided to strike and how hard that decision must have been for you, Alroi.
Voting for strike as a nurse is
It's actually getting more expensive. Before, I could save a little bit more, but now I just don't have any more to save at the end of the bills. And I remember one time before, I was on a date with an IT guy. We were talking about his flat. And I asked him, well, how much are you paying for your flat? It's like a one-bed flat. And he said, oh, it's like 2,100. So that is like my salary.
so it shows you the gap between the salary between a different industry and nursing. Do you think we deserve more pay?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I need more pay.
That's why we're gonna go for the strike.
My colleague, she's got a kid and she has to pay like 900 pounds for the nursery per month. If I'm gonna have a kid, how can I raise the kid?
You need a rich husband. Should the salary stay the same, would you ever consider moving to maybe Australia or the US?
I don't know actually.
So if you do move, what's like the first country in your mind?
I actually like Canada. They have similar to NHS. US, I don't like working too much. Sometimes you only have 2 weeks of annual leave, and here we have like several weeks. And
You travel a lot as well, so you need
yeah.
all the leave you can get.
How about you?
I think I'm gonna aim for the US. My friend just got there and he already has a mortgage 2 months in. And a car as well. It shows you how much potential you have if you're a nurse in the US.
I don't want to be moving from one country to another because that's a big step.
I feel like you should focus on your business because you really are good.
Yeah.
You're very skilled and crafty and artsy.
Yeah, business and vlog. I've been doing it, but I'm just, taking my time. I've been doing it very slowly until such time when I already have a lot. Then I'm gonna build a website and all that. Alroi has a vlog, by the way, guys, so you can follow him.
Yeah, hi guys.
He's
Yeah,
a
you can
cringy
follow me.
vlog.
I do cringy vlogs. You can just follow me there.
Do you watch your own videos?
I don't. I cringe. I try to watch 5 seconds and I just, I don't know what to do.
But I think it's good to be interviewing people, though.
Yes, I think people want to hear stories and the stories
Yeah,
is what
those
I
stories.
have.
And the agency, that was the one that
Yeah,
got
people
popular.
wants money. So that was fun. That was a good talk.
We didn't really plan this. We don't have any...
No script.
No script. I have a few questions here in
But no
general,
script.
but
This
this
is
is like Lil Pinay Talks.
Little Pinay Talks episode 1. It's cool, man.
I think the second one that I will be interviewing is myself. Can I do that? I will interview
You can.
myself.
Yeah, edit it out. Like, you're talking to yourself.
So, para akong tanga nun.
You're a psychopath.
Dapat seryoso ako nun kasi Tony
sige.
Talks eh. Parang, alam mo ba, ano yung nakaka-stress sa buhay?
What?
Pero gusto ko din ng Boy Abunda. Kaibigan!
Usap tayo. Usap.
Usap tayo! Anyway, thank you, Alroi, for
you so
your
much.
time, for this vlog.
Susunod! Ano ba? Ay, ingay natin ba? Thank you.
Bye-bye! Hello, Philippines, and hello, world! Nari kami the cabin.
First anniversary na nirahan October 28. Era promo nga unlimited chicken is available from Monday through Saturday. Hey, what's up everyone? As you can see, it's a great day and it's even about to get better because we are going to What the Fork. It's a local place in Tacloban City that offers unlimited chicken wings. By the way, I'm with Little Pinay Explorer. Hi!
Hi!
You ready?
Yes!
Let's go!
Ready to eat!
Welcome to another episode of When Tacloban Food Vlogs. They claim to have the best halo-halo in the city, pero it's for us to find out. So, Samsam Bistro, we are coming.
Samsa meaning tuchu talaga hiya nga.
Literal.
Literal tuchu.
This is the best halo-halo ever.
Hi guys! Yan, welcome on another food vlog dito sa Tacloban. Adi kami Rewind Gastropub.
And we have here our chef, Mr. Nico Mercado.
And also the part owner of Rewind Gastropub. This is Rewind Gastropub and this is where you should eat. When in Tacloban. Wow! Hi guys! Yan na, makakadi kami Fusions Cafe para mga outaliwan. Updi kami, let's go!
This is Fusions Cafe, and this is where you should eat.
When in Tacloban. Oh! Let's go! KFC! KFC! DJ, what I wanted to do.
Luya. I love it. It's so juicy. I think I have a lot of something on my mouth. I know what you did there, Alroi. 150 pesos? Is this WIP approved? Yes.
Welcome back to my channel. I'm just trying that new camera of Alroi. It's very nice. Kitang-kita naman ang pimples ko, guys. Tingnan nyo naman yung mga blemishes.
Magwapa pa!
Mga imperfections.
Magwapa pa!
And, ayan, sarap na sarap siya sa food niya. Diba?
Review, Akasha Restaurant. Final reviewhan, Akasha Restaurant, Real Street.
Final review!
Pricing, very overpriced, obviously. And Rasan food,
Love it.
Marazer.
Made to perfection.
Masharap. Plus, ano na kasi smoothie? What did you have? Ano? Buko and mango. Real na real, bagat na fruit.
I love the buko. I love it.
Over 10. Tarating mo rito.
It's a 10 for me.
Amin yung Akasha Restaurant. We should try it once.
When
When in Tacloban.
Hi guys, I'm with James Reed here. Oh my god, it's James Reed! Say hi to your fans in Tacloban. Say hi. What can you say about Tacloban? Did you enjoy your stay? Hi guys! We're here right now at the cabin and you can't believe kung sino yung kasama namin today. Oh my gosh! Hindi ako makapaniwala myself. Pero eto na siya talaga. This is it. Hi, Mr. President!
Good evening everyone to those who are watching anywhere in Tacloban, anywhere in abot ba ito ng ano? Manila? Ay, siyempre, abot pa to.
International po.
Yeah, buong mundo.
Yes.
Filipino, saan man kayo sulok ng mundo. Magandang hapon, umaga, gabi sa inyo dyan.
Ang gwapo
Yun.
niyo pala, Mr. President.
Baka malabo lang yung paningin. Basta ako, it doesn't matter the beauty outside. Maputi yung puso ko.
Ano pong masasabi ninyo sa mga nagkakagusto sa'yo na mga babae?
Sorry kasi hanggang tingin na lang talaga ako.
Hey guys, you can't believe who's here right now in this hospital. It's LeBron James! Hi LeBron James! Say hi to my vlog!
Say hi.
How's PBA? Oh, PBA! NBA. How's NBA?
Fine. It's already all-star now.
Oh my god, you're so handsome in person. Oh my gosh, I thought you are not handsome. Can you remove your shades so that we will know that you are the real LeBron James?